Hello everybody, JayReim with the Periodic Review, and welcome to Entertainment News. Looks like Mr. Seth Rogan is in the news today, and looks like his mommy has sent an email to a major movie studio to help him propel his next mystery film forward. Seth Rogan's mom, Sandy, emailed the head of a major movie studio in an effort to help move one of her 39-year-old son's projects along. Over the past 15 years, Rogan and his creative partner, Evan Goldberg, have been responsible not just for some of the biggest comedies in recent years, but also for taking comedic filmmaking in new and somewhat refreshing directions. Initially labeled a stoner flash in the pan by some, Rogan has long since proven that he is much more. Now, even though I haven't 100% liked everything that Seth Rogan has brought out, but there are some gems and some diamonds in the rough that I feel have definitely outshined a lot of his stuff. 40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up, Pineapple Express, Superbad. And I also really enjoyed his acting in The Interview and in Zack and Miri Make a Porno. Like there's something to say that that Seth Rogan definitely has the chops to do some really great things. I just find it very odd that his mother is involved with all this. I mean, maybe she just has some friends in high places and pulling some strings, but I feel like he's done enough and he's showed enough that he can do what he does best, and they usually turn out really well. Having started stand-up comedy as a teenager, Rogan's interest in the entertainment industry ultimately brought him to Hollywood in 1999. Cast as Ken Miller in the Judd Apatow production and Paul Feig directed Freaks and Geeks, Rogan slowly but surely made his way to bigger projects. But it was arguably his turn as Cal in Apatow's big screen direction debut, The 40-Year-Old Virgin, and proved Rogan could be a leading man. And as I looked him up on IMDb, I mean, look at this filmography. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on and on. I mean, goodness gracious, this guy has done a lot of stuff. He's been involved in a lot of things, and quite a few of them have done really well. And those films, The 40th Virgin and Knocked Up, did very, very well in the box office. Yet, as successful as he is, when it comes to getting projects off the ground, there's always room for a helping hand. Even the biggest stars don't necessarily get the support from studios that they need, and Rogan's no exception. However, Rogan appears to have an ace up his sleeve in the form of his mom, Sandy. The This Is the End star recently admitted via Twitter account that his mom had actually emailed the head of a major studio to hurry up and greenlight one of his most recent projects. And I think a lot of people will look at this like, oh, this is a pussy move, trying to let your parents help you out and doing all these things. Why don't you just be a man and just take care of it? Let's be honest, the film industry is very fickle, and it's always really nice to have somebody who does have their foot already in the door, especially if they're a past big star. Apparently his mother was in This Is the End. And so I don't think it's bad to ask for help, not only from family members, but even like friends and acquaintances. It's going to be interesting to see as the story progresses if it actually happens and he actually gets to push through his project. The mystery will likely be solved if and when the studio decides to greenlight it. In the past, given his stoner typecasting, it may have been somewhat easier to assume that sort of work Rogan was pushing to have approved by a major studio. Today, however, he's attached himself to or adhered to so many different projects and so many different genres that what this is could be anyone's guess. Whatever project it is, Rogan's mom is quickly becoming a hilarious perk of his career's success. Her past Twitter musings have been genuinely funny, especially when they involve embarrassing Seth in one way or another. And I'm not going to lie, if you got my parents in a room and they start bragging about their kids, especially when we were younger, we did a lot of funny and stupid things when we were younger. And so it's always fun to kind of reminisce those things and even like realize that as you grow older, a lot of those maybe seemingly traumatic experiences were actually really funny for your parents. And it's always fun to kind of relive those and see those through your parents' eyes. As for the fans, it's always great news what another Seth Rogan project is potentially on the way. There's no certainty, no guarantee that simply because his mom personally emailed the head of a major studio, this new project will move forward. That being said, it's a pretty funny move to make, the sort that producers and studios will talk about for years to come if the project gets made and ends up being a hit. Hollywood might have a short memory of his failures, but its successes persist and the stories behind them are always of interest. And I think that's very true. I kind of feel like with everything I have seen Seth Rogen in, or at least have seen him be a part of in one way or another, I kind of feel like it's been almost 50-50, maybe over 50% of the things that he's brought out are actually interesting enough or have broken even or even made great money. So I think more or less he's probably on top. And so it's going to be really interesting to see which project it was that his mother was involved in trying to push this through. And hopefully we'll be able to hear about that at some point soon. But you never know, and obviously if I'm wrong, you guys are going to let me know. So thank you so much for watching another video, and from my family to yours, good night. Hello everyone, JayReim with the Periodic Review. Today's video is sponsored by viewers like you, so thank you. Hopefully we've earned your subscription today, so don't forget to click that subscribe button and hit that damn bell to turn on your notifications so you don't miss a content release. Check out the video links at the end of every video to view our previous content, as well as visit the description section for more links to enjoy. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and from my family to yours, good night.